All right, we're back. Hey,
Okay,
how was your Thanksgiving?
it was good. Went to my in-laws.
Cool. Yeah, same. We had a good time. I ate lots of turkey, and my mom watched The Boys last night, so we stayed up late and watched The Disaster Artist about Tony Wiseau
Uh-huh.
or Tommy. I really liked it. It was really good. Have you
Yeah,
seen
it's
it?
pretty good. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not normally a big fan of like movies about the creative process, but that one stood out to me and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um,
He's just so over the top that it's
yeah. It seemed like a good kind of final countdown kind of movie to watch. Like that and have you ever seen the documentary The American Movie about those two guys making a horror film?
yeah, I actually watched that not very long ago. Britt and I watched it again.
Yeah, I think maybe you and I watched it at one point. But yeah, that movie I feel like is an inspiring movie too.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Well, yeah, so how's I'm behind right now, and but I'm not terribly far behind. So I'm hoping to get caught up today. Um, but
I think
yeah.
I'm barely be. I haven't updated yet today, and I still have writing to do, so I'm not going to do that for quite a while. But I'm like right around where we're supposed to be. I might be like barely behind too, but um, I'm like right on schedule. And over the next couple days, I'll start pulling away and I'll get ahead of schedule by
That's great.
Monday.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm working tonight until midnight, so we'll see how busy it is. If it's not super busy, I'll hopefully be able to get a little bit ahead on the outline, and that'll be helpful for sure. Well, yeah, so you've finished an arc. So tell me a little bit about like we've talked some about this, but I am curious, like what you announced to me that you finished this arc. So why is that important? Where does that take you?
It just gives me the whole story. Like I have an entire story written now. So
Hmm.
now I'm just going back and filling in. I mean, I still have basically half of the entire story still to tell because I just focused on one character and told the whole thing from their scenes, you know. But I have a full complete arc of the story from the beginning all the way to the end from one character. So now the rest
Hmm.
of my time is just going to be kind of filling stuff in. Like that character isn't done. There's still some things that need to be filled in on it. And I'll write scenes from the other character's point of view that I can write without doing any research right now.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have a couple B plots that I'll fill out more. But it just gives me like the whole structure. Like I'm not trying to figure out what happens or how that kind of spine of the story comes together. I've got
Hmm.
that done. So now it's just filling in kind of the flesh on the bones, you know.
Yeah. Like set like descriptions and things like that, or
There are some scenes, but they're more like connecting scenes. They're not like major kind of plot point scenes. They're like getting from here to there scenes, you know.
yeah.
um, and character development. Like they're doing multiple things, but they're not like those major steps of the plot coming together.
Hmm.
I think mostly what's good about it is that part of my brain can just kind of power down, and it's a lot easier to write when I'm not trying to figure out how that arc comes together, you know, because it has come together. It's there.
That's interesting. Yeah, my process I think is a little bit different. I mean the outline is definitely really important to me, but I am I'm still like the thing that keeps me writing, the thing that keeps me going is like I'm trying to figure this thing out as I go, you know? So I don't really know what the end is going to be like. Even though I've kind of got an outline and stuff. I honestly, where I'm outlining just a few days ahead of writing right now, I mean, I wrote this morning to the end of the outline again and then started outlining again. So I don't really, the outline just, it's like I think about it and then as I'm writing it, it's like I'm thinking about it again. So it just kind of lets me kind of feel out what are those areas I think need to be explored. Um, but yeah, I have no idea where this thing is going, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the things that keeps me writing it. So I think we're just kind of philosophically different in that regard. Um,
No, I usually write that way too.
yeah.
This
I'm
is an experiment. I'm trying something different. I usually don't do
okay.
this.
Yeah. What would you have, do you think you've enjoyed it?
I I think it's a mixed bag. I think it is like what you were saying, the kind of compulsion to keep going because part of it is about finding out. That is a lot harder to kind of keep alive when you're doing it this way because it's so kind of mechanical and just getting the pieces in place that there's a part of you that's like, I don't care. You just kind of
Mm,
have to have faith that eventually, as the thing comes together, you will care, you know?
yeah.
Um, and like with an ending, like I wrote an ending, but I'm not married to it. It probably won't end up actually being the ending
Right. Right. That makes sense too.
when all is said and done. I just wanted to get to an end, you know?
Yeah. So you kind of have something anchored out there somewhere,
So
general
I still
direction.
kind of am discovering it. I'm still kind of, yeah, I'm still like discovering what's going to happen. I've just kind of made a tentative guess at what that might be,
Mm.
but it's not like decided. I'm still kind of writing to find out what happens. I've just kind of made a guess, you know?
What types of what types of things, like kind of good, bad, weird, are you kind of doing to motivate yourself along at this point? Because like I'll be honest with you, like I started out, I was putting happy faces on things like in terms of like how I was feeling about writing, but I'm feeling more blah or like half happy right now. Um, I've not really had time to run like I wanted to. I was able to run Wednesday morning, but it kind of threw my writing schedule off. It was one of the reasons I kind of fell behind. Uh, but one thing that I do that's so dumb, I don't know if I've told you this or not, but like if I write really well through the week on Friday, I allow myself to go to Bass Pro Shop. Um, and I'm not really like a super heavy duty Bass Pro Shop kind of guy, but there's a guy that works at the gun counter, Rob, who is like a retired chiropractor and an actor. And I just think he's an interesting person. And I like going and talking to Rob at because I know he'll be at the counter of the Bass Pro Shop and there'll be all these idiots trying to buy guns or whatever. And me and Rob will be talking about, I love like talking to him about art or whatever because like there's like people trying to buy guns while we're talking about art. And it's just kind of this wonderful tension. Like people are looking at us like, what's wrong with you? And we're looking at them like, what's wrong with you? So that's like a carrot that I dangle out there for myself. It's like if you write today, you can go talk to Rob at Bass Pro Shop. Um, do you have
Yeah,
anything
that's
like
good.
that?
No, I think I have really just kind of hit a rhythm where I
Mm,
don't really have like I've established enough of a habit that it's not as hard to motivate myself because I just kind of do it.
mm,
Um, I think more than anything, it's just like being able to relax at the end of the day and spend time with my family. And there's not this like voice in my head telling me that there's other things I should be doing because I've done them, you know? Like that in itself feels kind of like a reward to me. But I don't really give myself little rewards because I don't have the willpower to just like have a little and then get back to it, you know? I can hijack myself by saying, okay, now you're going to take a break or have a treat. Like, then that's what I'm doing for the rest of the day.
mm. Yeah, yeah, we're different, I guess. Like for me, when we started out, if I would hit like 2,000 words, I would be like, I'm done. That's great. That feels good. Good job. Not anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
like I'll hit 2,000 words and it's like maybe you could get another 1,000, and there's that constant voice in my head like maybe you could do more, maybe you could do more, or like I'll take the day off and it's like the whole day I'm off, I'm like just thinking about it. I'm really not present. So like I don't think I'll be cured of that until it's like I've got a completed manuscript. So it just that part is like I can go to Bass Pro Shop and like while I'm in Bass, like I've literally been writing before at the gun counter of Bass Pro Shop. Like like Rob will be talking to people and there'll be some idiot, you know, whatever, trying to buy an AR-15, and I'm sitting there writing at the gun counter because like that's all I can think about is like I'm waiting to talk to Rob, but I'm gonna write right now. So it's kind of it's not a good thing. I don't like that about myself, but it's just like yeah, it's always there. I don't know. One good thing though, here's another thing. So I've been trying to get Dylan interested in this process, and I got him Mad Libs. And
Uh-huh.
this is what first inspired me to write. It was like I saw Mad Libs and it taught me what verbs and nouns and adverbs and adjectives are. And it forced me to come up with other words besides fart, you know? And I thought they were so funny. Like I thought it was so inventive and fun, and I enjoyed, you know, seeing what was going to happen when I lined up all these weird words, you know? And so it's, yeah, I feel like I'm still what I'm doing is kind of chasing some kind of weird Mad Libs thing. Um, so Dylan really likes it too. I actually stole it from him. So like I need to give it back to him, but um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Alexander really likes Mad Libs too.
that's great. Well, so we've got a week from yesterday. So it's like I was doing the math and I basically, if I take Sunday off, I've got to hit 2,000 words like the next few days. And I think I've hit it for today. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm kind of holding on to. It'll probably be Thursday that I finish. I don't see myself finishing before then. Um,
Yeah. I've
what about
got
you?
about 10,000 words to go.
Yeah,
So,
same.
and I think I'll get before Monday, I'll get quite a bit done. I mean, I'll get done early because if I try to pay, if I like get ahead, and then I'm like, well, I've still got 3 days and I only need to write this much, then I'll end up missing it because
Yeah.
I'll like relax, you know. So I'll probably
Yeah.
finish early just because if I don't finish as soon as I can, I won't finish.
Well, we'll be back together Tuesday, and then I guess, Lord willing, like Thursday, we'll be celebrating the completion and filling out, going to the winners page or whatever. Um, so yeah, I'll say goodbye for now and see you again on Tuesday.
Yeah, take care.
You too, man. Happy writing.
You too.